Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, how's it going?
Going well.
Going well. Long trip up there to Cherokee Bluff.
Yep. Good baseball team. Good atmosphere. But a tough loss, but it is what it is.
You know, listening to the line scores there, we had more hits and all that kind of stuff. It was the same situation as we've seen in many games where it's not that timely hit to get that run across, or what happened there?
Well, we had the early lead, but like I said, they were a good baseball team. They hit it from 1 through 9. They just got the momentum and just we couldn't overcome it. In the second game, we had a lot of walks and hit batters, and that came back to haunt us. So just wasn't our day. But
wasn't our day.
Just sometimes you get beat. We got beat.
Okay, well, got the banquet coming up. Region champs, third round of state playoff action. Good job for the Yellow Jackets, and I know they'll look forward to the banquet and handing out the hardware and the attaboys and things of that sort.
Say goodbye to 10 seniors, and it had a big impact on the program, and there's a lot of talent coming back, so they'll be back next year.
My third oldest grandson, got 5 of them, and Maxton played on the 12U. It was his first year playing baseball, and he was excited about it. I've never had a grandson want to play baseball before, and he enjoyed it. He was on the Phillies, but I got to see the pictures from the other teams and his team play, and I saw at least these 12Us, at least two future Wayne County Yellow Jackets. There was one kid out there, there's no way in the world that I thought he was under 1,200. Somebody check his birth certificate. He's throwing heat, man. I mean, he's throwing heat at the 12 under. So I imagine, no telling what kind of speed he's going to have when he gets up there in high school. Because this is, he's under 12. And he man, I don't know, can't remember which team he was on, but man, he was throwing some heat. But it's interesting to go out there and watch that future Wayne County talent at these recreation games.
And I know the Home Run Club wants to thank a lot of people. Like I said, a lot of people donated a lot of money for that trip up to Cherokee Bluff, and just there's a list of thank yous that just people know who they are, but a lot of people just call, give donations,
right.
Provide
it's
food,
expensive.
Provide drinks.
Meals, motel room.
Just it's amazing the community support that these athletic teams get, but it is much appreciated. But I know they just want to thank everybody out there who helped with that trip to Cherokee Bluff, and it's a good trip. I said they were well taken care of. Joe Roddy scheduled the guest speaker, and he did a good job. So it was just a good trip all around. So
okay,
but it's a tough loss. Great support up there.
Who the guest speaker was last year? Who was it this year? Do you remember?
Can't
remember the name right offhand. Okay, somebody to give him a little motivational speech before they hit the field.
It was one of Joe Roddy's fraternity brothers, but again, he worked with Mizuno, and it was a good motivational speak. It was interactive, so it was very well done.
Joe had a very good fraternity there. I mean, a lot of his fraternity brothers are doing very well just here in the state of Georgia, more or less out of the state.
One of his, Attorney General Chris Carr's one of his fraternity brothers. I wish I could think of this guy's name, but it's not on the tip of my tongue. But he did an excellent job. It was, like I said, it was short and sweet, but to the point, and nice motivational speech. I think the kids enjoyed it. So it was a good trip. Great to see all those Wayne County people up there, and it was amazing. People from around that area that are living up there came and visited. Saw a lot of former Wayne County baseball players. Brian Kovac came by. Ken Howard came by. Ken Howard's still a GBI agent now up there in the Atlanta area. He's been with the GBI for 15, 20 years. So good to see him. We were reminiscing about some of his story. He's the one that started the ride in Jones County. With the
he's the one.
When the shortstop, or Rico Washington, hit that home run, and came Ryan dancing, and Ken Howard decked him,
and now he's with the GBI.
Right. He's been with the GBI for 20 years. So don't let mistakes in high school ruin your career.
And he didn't.
He's had a very successful. We were talking about Larry Cooper, the high school principal, how he also got in a fight in a basketball game in Statesburg. He was talking about how Mr. Cooper had to escort his father from the gym because they want him gone. So,
Oh boy.
But yeah, it was good to see a lot of people up there.
It is amazing like when Wayne County goes somewhere, not only do they travel well, but the fans from that area, that former Wayne County, will show up.
Yeah, former Wayne County students all come and support. So it was just a tremendous, it's great. I think we had just as many people as they did at their ballpark. I mean,
amazing.
It was a fun time.
Absolutely amazing. Well, we got a guest in here this morning, Bob, on the world famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO. Who do we have?
We've got candidate for coroner, Mr. Jay Fulton, the incumbent coroner. Jay, always good to see you. How you doing?
Doing good, Bob. Thank you. How y'all doing this morning?
Good. How's the campaign going?
Wide open.
Can you go knock on some doors and get people to vote? I mean, we're still less than 1,000 people. We got 27,000 registered voters, and we're midway through week 2, and we're at 900.
We only had 900 to vote in the first week.
No, this is this first week and into this week. Today's so
Wednesday.
We've had 1 week and 2 days of this week, and you're still less than 1,000 people. You're at 902. I mean,
902 in 7 days.
Yeah, and there's 20.
What to do to get
more than
out
7
there?
days. I mean, they had the whole week and Saturday, 9 days.
Well, hopefully it'll pick up because these are some very important races.
They're very important races, but it's just I don't know where people are, but they're not.
Yes, sir.
They're not out there voting.
Coroner's not one that they talk about much, but we got the sheriff race, and that one's always
That's
highly
usually
contested.
a big one right there, the sheriff's race,
Very highly contested. So
when I went to the post office yesterday, I saw folks going in and out of that new building there at the county complex there on Walnut Street.
I was up there waving a sign at them the other day.
Pine and Walnut, Pine and Walnuts between the two.
Yeah.
You've held this position for a long time. How many years have you been coroner now?
I'm in my 28th year,
28th
Bob.
year.
Yes, sir.
I say ask you all the time. A lot of people don't even know what a coroner does. So just explain what the job of a coroner is.
The coroner is required to investigate 11 different causes of death. You're required to notify law enforcement about those 11, and in fact, they call us and we go investigate. We investigate cause and manner of death and sign a death certificate and prepare a report. So,
is that all deaths?
Not all deaths, no, sir. We investigated 165 deaths last year in Wayne County, myself and Ted Mathis and Bill Cooksey, between the three of us.
What are the parameters where you show up as coroner in a death?
There are certain cases, like I said, there's 11 different ones. There's a suicide, homicide, casualty, children, inmates, and that sort of thing. But those 11 cases are the ones that we are called to, like casualty being the traffic fatality that was on here on 38 last week or 2 weeks ago. And, excuse me. Like I said, homicide, suicides, and that sort of thing are automatically called to as well. So,
okay.
Any requirements to be a coroner? I mean, do you have to
yes,
pass
sir,
a test
to be a high school graduate or equivalent, and to run in the county, you got to be a resident of that county 2 years or more, and be 21 years old.
And then when you become elected, I know like the state does with just about every elected position in the state, you have to go through training, right?
Yes, sir. We're qualified. We're required to do a 1 week, full 40 hours in Forsyth after we're elected, and then every year after that, it's one 24-hour training period. So we usually go down to Jekyll Island to do that, and usually have all three of us down there. But 24 hours every year to catch up on things that might have changed.
And you've been coroner now for quite a long time. What motivates you to want to run again?
I feel like I'm called to this position, Butch. When I first ran for it 32 years ago, it was a thing that I kind of like a bulldog catching a car. You know, what do I do with it now? Because it wasn't what I expected it to be at all whatsoever. So, but now I feel like I'm called to do this. You can't do anything for the man that's died, but you can minister to the family to that person. And I feel like it's one of the most traumatic times in their life. And at that point in their life, they need somebody that's got compassion, that cares about them, can do something for that family that's left behind. Because, like I said, it is one of the most traumatic times in a person's life. Regardless if you're trying to prepare for a death or not, you're still not ready for it when it happens.
And what do you say to folks when you talk to them about wanting to be coroner again for another 4 years, why you want to run, and what's your sales pitch?
Basically, being called to it, being compassionate and caring about the family. If it wasn't for being called to it, it wouldn't be worth it. I say it wouldn't be worth it because the salary is not enough to tell a mother her baby's dead. You got to have something besides money that drives you to want to tell a mother of a baby that her child is dead, and go through the investigation process that you got to go through, answer all the questions, jump through all the hoops and that sort of thing. If you're not called to do that, you're not going to do it well.
Okay.
And I think being our 28th year speaks for our track record that we've done it well, and we're going to keep on doing it.
And like I said, we always ask the candidates when people go vote and they see the names on the ballot for coroners, why should they select Jay Fulton?
Because he's got a track record of caring for the people and being compassionate about what he does, being passionate about what he does, and taking care of the families that are left behind by the loved ones.
Okay. Appreciate you coming in. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Bob. Butch,
all right. Take care. Here. All right. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast.
Hi everyone, mostly sunny skies for our Wednesday forecast. Hot today with highs in the low 90s. It'll definitely be breezy. Tonight, clear skies. Tomorrow for Thursday, sunny, hot. A slight chance of a shower or storm in the afternoon. Highs low and mid 90s. A slightly better chance of wet weather for Thursday night. Passing showers and thunderstorms Friday, highs mid 80s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. Well, baseball's wrapped up. You mentioned we got some track members, team members heading to state. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of kids qualify for states this weekend. Albany, Georgia starts tomorrow, runs Thursday through Saturday, so wish them the best of luck. And the state golf match still set for May 20th and 21st. Up in LaGrange, both the boys and girls qualified for golf, and that'll pretty much wrap up the. We got spring football. Got a spring scrimmage May 17th. Looking forward to getting out there and seeing Coach Moore and the kids practice today. They're practicing every day from 4 to 6 at the practice facility. So spring football is underway. Kind of hot, 90-degree heat. So,
that's just the way it is here. South Georgia. What do you expect? Yeah.
And congrats to Appleton County and Ware County. They're in the Final Four in baseball.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some Final Four baseball, they're both hosting as well. So
they are. We're Appleton and we're hosting.
Ware hosts Cartersville starting on Friday. Not sure what the time they're in. Appleton will start, I think, this Saturday. They're at home hosting as well. So those are the two area teams that are still alive in the Final Four in baseball. So wish them the best of luck.
Well, congratulations to all our listeners there in Appleton County and Ware County.
Your
baseball team's doing well.
They'll be in our region next year.
Yes, they will. Ware County will be.
Yeah. But long trip to Cherokee Bluff.
It's all the way up there, north of Flowery
Yeah.
Branch there. It's way up there near Lanier Lake up there. Beautiful area up there.
I just know it's a long trip.
Do you know what town you stayed in?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just know it was a nice motel.
I don't have no idea where you stayed, but it was nice.
Joe Roddy hooked it up. We were like think 12 miles from the stadium. Wasn't too far away from the stadium.
Okay.
But I really don't know.
Okay. Just checking.
I just ride.
You just ride and just show up.
up.
Wherever Joe leads you, that's where you go.
He's in charge of the itinerary. He lines it all up. So
All right.
I thought he needs to be a travel agent. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So when's the banquet once again?
I haven't set the banquet date yet.
They had not set the banquet date.
I haven't got the banquet date yet.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to set it when you're hoping you're continuing to play. You know?
I'm sure they'll get all that ready to go. But I said, graduation will be here if you know. I saw Brett McDaniel up there, and I know graduation's coming. I know you want to get on the Butch and Bob show. So they'll be on the Butch and Bob show shortly because a lot of programs coming up with the high school honors night, things like that. So just, you know.
There was a lot when both of my boys graduated way back in 2000, 2002. Now there's even more things that go on than back then.
Graduation will be here before you know it.
Back in my day,
Another school year.
we just
down.
showed up at graduation. I don't think there was one scholarship handed out. There was. I
They're
don't remember.
walking across that field at JC Stadium, get that diploma. So, always an exciting time. But I said, hard to say goodbye. Some of those baseball players, like I said, they've been starters for 3 years. Like I said, Ty Wallen, the catcher,
yeah.
you know, he got, you know, we were walking out of the gate, and the guy said, hey, when you see your catcher, just compliment your catcher. That was impressive. Watch him. I said, yeah, he's been doing that for 3 years. So, you know, but it was tough. Like I said, it's always tough to lose when you get to that point. Like I said, that's the 4th year in a row we just haven't been able to crack through that Elite 8 round. But, you know, a lot of good talent coming back, and I'm sure they'll be back in the hunt. So thanks to Coach McDonald and his staff. Like I said, they do a great job. It's a good program, a lot of good kids. So, but it's tough to, you know, only one team can win. Like I told them, look on the bright side. No one's going to beat Stars Mill, so it doesn't matter. That's why I see it anyway. And there's a quality bracket. I mean, looking at Stars Mill stats,
they're good. Huh?
They've got like first 6 guys in their lineup going to Division I schools next year. So,
how does all that talent get at one school?
They recruit. That's why.
How do you? I mean, this is not
it's
Buford.
like,
this is not BC.
I say it's not like a high school baseball. It's more like a travel baseball team. I mean, they just go out and they pick and choose and.
But you have to live in that district. Yeah, you got to live in that school district to be able to play. Unlike Buford or BC or some of those other ones out there. All right, well, I guess they maybe do that. Yeah, get some people that maybe from the county over and encourage them to. Here we got this 10 by 10 house on this postage stamp lot, you know, and you can buy it for $1 and say that your address is here. I don't know how they do it, Bob. But you know that what the thing about it is you see some of these schools that do this year in, year out. You know, ever so often you'll have high schools that'll have an outstanding class go through. It's, you know, especially when they become seniors, they're senior dominated. They just and they just play through, and the next year's squad won't be near as good. But some of these schools, and we're one of them right now. I mean, we've gone to the Elite 8 now for 4 years in a row. I mean, and it all starts, as I mentioned a few moments ago, out there at Bill Morris Park. Right. That's where it begins, and all those coaches out there and all those parents are out there that are supporting these kids and teaching them and training them and taking them to private lessons and stuff. It all starts out there at Recreation with the Babes Mighty Mites right on up. And so we know all ours are homegrown. We don't import any talent. It's all right here, good old Wayne County. And we do real well.
Braves baseball tonight. And Braves won last night. I didn't realize when they had that tough series with LA, they fell out of first place.
They did
Phillies,
3 games.
Phillies are red hot.
Yeah. Well, that'll happen during the course of a season. You know, Braves were real hot for a while. Now the Phillies may be hot for a while, and the Braves may come back. You know, Mets might kick in there. Long season. We're just at the first part of May, and we go all the way to the end of September. So there'll be all kinds of streaks.
And Will Mosley from Hazelhurst still in American Idol.
Did he make it?
He's in the final.
He's in the final five now, 4 or something like that.
Went through Hazelhurst. They got all kinds of Will Mosley style.
Oh, do they? Will Mosley all over the place in Hazelhurst.
At times, they're supporting their hometown kid. So there's signs everywhere with his poster. So yeah, he's still alive. So
still going.
Wishing the best.
All right. Well, good.
I've been watching it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
I still hate that Katy Perry's leaving. That's the big story. Who's taking Katy Perry's place?
Yeah, who's going to take Katie's place?
See, she suggested that, what's the guy? Jelly Roll. She suggested he take her place. But Lionel Richie says he wants either Kelly Clarkson or Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
So
well, you've got a country guy on there, Luke Bryan, and then you got Lionel Richie on there. So you need a pop star female in there, to give that different perspective there.
Be interested who takes her place. I said,
yeah,
but it's been fun to watch this year, especially with that kid from Hazelhurst, Georgia. So wish him the best. Got my fingers crossed he can possibly win it.
It's amazing. You see these singers come in and their auditions and the way they dress and the way they look. Looks like they could just be walking around anywhere. But the time they get to Hollywood and they're one of the final, 20 or 30, I don't know how you get to Hollywood where they have the live shows and all that kind of stuff like that. It's amazing what those makeup artists and wardrobe artists can do to these singers. They buff them up real good. I mean, you take a look at a picture when they're auditioning. You take a look at when they're on that stage there in Hollywood, and it's like, wow, the difference, the way that the folks backstage can make them look with their wardrobe and with their makeup and with their hair. And then you've got the singers back there like Shania Twain and the rest of them that teach them how to move on stage, how to dance on, not really dance, but how to move on stage to be effective to get that adds more emphasis to the song.
It's been fun to watch, that's for sure.
Okay. Anything else, Bob? You said you had another meeting tonight? No meeting tonight? That's Wednesday night. That's right. Wednesday night.
Going to get to football practice, watching spring football.
Practice and watch that.
Talk to Coach Moore and bring his comments tomorrow here on Local Sports.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good day, Bob. All right. The world famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates.